although weeping lasted all night, I know that joy comes in the morning light. So I march on to a new song, 'cause I've been marching to that old one way too long. And I gotta move on and take new steps every day, 'cause I know there has got to be another way. And I'm brighter day, so I march on. Hello, everybody, and welcome again. Welcome back. Friday night, P.U.R.E live. We are going to have some fun tonight. But what do we do first? A word from our sponsors.
In a recent service, Pastor Dan asked if anyone felt disconnected, not apart, all by yourself, alone, or on your own. Realizing that every day, too many people in our community and even in our churches feel disconnected. In our CFC Life Group, we want to let people know that they belong. That's the most important reasons that we have life groups. And now we've added an online community access. With social media fellowship, we consider that connecting people can be messy. Sometimes we have real challenges such as schedule conflicts, transportation and mobility issues, as well as just feeling too tired to travel. We purposefully schedule our life group sessions to explore life application of the message with a discussion among friends. This online life group is hosted by Drs. Aaron and Margaret Jamal, who truly enjoy exploring life in God's Word. So we invite you to belong. Join the newly launched CFC online life group today.
All right. She said join today, not tomorrow, not later, like right now, like today. So, and our next sponsor, she provides me with my wardrobe. Posh women's apparel, classy, sophisticated, stylish. Here's some of the things that's on her website. And now we're going to look at what I'm wearing today. My daughter takes my pictures, by the way. She's only 10, but she's good. So it's the black and white version. Color. And of course, I have to take my couch pic because you have to look at my shoes. Hey. All right. Also, new release by Elijah Jamal. I'm Not Okay.
Today I'm not okay. Another mother whose child is gone. Now she'll never see them graduate. I'm worn down from this hate. God, if you're listening, I could really use your help today. Now normally I'd say I'm fine and just put on a smile, but I'm in so much pain. I'm looking for the sun to shine, but in these cloudy skies, all I see is rain. I'm not okay, I'm not alright. If I had a tear for every sister's loss, I wouldn't stop crying. No, today.
All right, so that's I'm Not Okay by Elijah Jamal, and you can get that everywhere. iTunes, Amazon, wherever you download your music, that's where it is. So today, I'm going to speak with Miss Kay Alexis. We're going to be talking about dating in 2020. Let me introduce you to Kay Alexis.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me, Asia. I'm honored.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming, darling. So, first of all, as you can see, my name is Asia Jamal Rogers. you guys know, the ones that are my audience, you know I'm married, so I'm out of the dating game. But my girls don't help me out with this conversation. So one thing before we get in, I looked at some statistics from
Uh-oh.
2019.
Uh-oh.
You
Uh-oh.
so I thought that I put it on so you guys can see it, but it looks like I didn't. So you just have to listen to me read it, and you'll be fine. Um, I'm looking at the site. It's lovestrategies.com. And it says, in our survey, we found that only 27% of women think online dating is a good way to meet new people. The majority, 45% of women, are still unsure of the value of online dating, though they have hope that they will meet a quality man. And when it comes to whether or not dating apps are a good resource for finding true love, 68.4% of you think they're actually making it harder to find love. Not really sure why it's making it harder. Not really sure about that one. But that was 2019. Now 2020. Dating online is it? That's the thing. That's what we're doing right now because nobody wants to catch the COVID. Is all I'm saying. So, Kay, how do you feel things have changed since the whole pandemic thing is gone in regards to dating?
Well, as someone who used to be staunchly against online dating, I feel like it's for so many people to actually download an app, sign up for a website, charge a credit card to try to see if they can find love. Um, Before the pandemic, COVID, and all that hit, I was someone that I would either meet a person out, I would meet them through a friend, or I would meet them at what my friends say is my stomping grounds, social media. Mainly because I'm a very opinionated person. So I like going into places where I can have discourse, intellectual discourse, and then talk to people, get a feel for their personality. And then we can actually see if we have a connection. So, in regards to the question, yes, it pushed more people to online dating. I'm still not the biggest fan of online dating, but I see the purpose for it.
So why is that? Why are you not a fan of the online dating situation?
Bad experiences. It's just bad experiences. I got on. I don't know if I got on eHarmony. I got on Matched. I avoided Tinder like the plague. I was on Tagged. If anybody remember Tag from back in the day, I was on Tagged. And I was trying to meet people, and what I found was either if it was a paid website, they were too cheap to pay to actually communicate with you. Or if they did communicate with you, it was very, very short. They didn't have any substance to their conversations. Then I ended up getting a lot of guys that were not my preference. I'll let you fill in the blank on what I mean when I say preference. And it just felt like it was fruitless. It felt like it was a waste of time. So I just said, forget it. I actually have Hinge, JP. I actually have Hinge. And I've gotten some luck. I've been able to go out on a couple of dates on Hinge. So it's like a step up from Match. But even then, that's still hard. That's still hard. You still have to go through the numbers, and sometimes it gets frustrating. You just want to give up.
Yeah, I can imagine. So I'm just wondering, like, with the push towards online dating right now, because ain't nobody trying to be in a bunch of groups so they get sick. Are there like more scams going on, like the catfishing and stuff like that? Like,
yeah,
yes.
That? I got catfish. I got catfish. I am going to tell you this story. I got catfish, and it was on one of the places that I knew I had no business being. Facebook dating. There's a section on Facebook for dating. It's only available to single folks. So if you never saw it, it's because you're married and Facebook knows you're married, so you'll never see it. I was on there, and there was a guy whose picture that I saw that I was like, oh, he's attractive. And I clicked, he matched with me, we had conversation, he seemed very polite, very kind, a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, hey, can we exchange
Right.
numbers and converse offline?
Welcome,
I said,
B.
sure, no problem, not a problem. And then we conversed a little bit offline via text, and he asked me for a picture of me. And I had no problem sending it to him because I look like me, my pictures look like me, I am a human being. So I sent him pictures, and then I asked for
Right.
pictures back. So this is so terrible. The pictures he sent me were, he had got a fresh haircut and everything. It looked like he had been trying to work out. Homeboy looked nothing like the pictures on that dating profile. Nothing at all. It was so bad that I took screenshots of the picture from the dating profile and a picture from what he sent me.
Uh-huh.
And I sent them to my friends like, look at this. Like, this isn't, you can't tell me this is the same person. And one of my friends told me that the guy that was on the actual dating profile was a celebrity. It's not even the individual I had been speaking to.
Oh no. Ugh.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And he knew that I picked up on it because he only texted me like maybe 1 or 2 times after that. And when I didn't respond, he just stopped contacting me. So he knew. He definitely knew what was going on, and he knew that he was catfishing people. But yes, the scams are real. The catfishing is real. The beard fishing is real. The hat fishing is real. It's all real.
Okay, wait, hold on. Forgive me, because I know not what you speak. I know what catfishing is. But what's the other tool you just mentioned? What is that?
Beard fishing and hat fishing.
Beard fishing and yeah, what is that?
Beard fishing is basically where a guy, he always has a beard, and he has to keep the beard because without it, he looks drastically different and not in a good way. So that beard is definitely an enhancement. And there are guys that you will see them. He has the beard all nice and oiled up, looking all freshly conditioned. He got the sunglasses on, looking all splendiferous, honey. And then you'll mess around and see a picture of him without that beard, or something happens and he has to cut it off. Night and day.
You said, oh no.
Oh no. And then hat fishing is where the guy, oh God, how can I say this without sounding mean? I can't say without sounding mean. They just have a funny shaped head, so they always have to wear a hat. And you're thinking that he just is wearing a hat all of the time because he likes wearing hats and he looks good in them. No, he has to wear that hat. Otherwise, he's going to look like a cone head. And he knows it.
Andre wants to know, did you look like your profile pic?
I look exactly like I look now. Yes, Andre. I looked just like my profile pic. I look just like I look now, except I had curly hair.
Who is this?
I agree. 925. It is definitely their man makeup. I have found. Look, I get it, and they're right. Us ladies, we have foundation, we have eyeshadow, we have eyelashes, we have all of these things to help, bring the natural beauty out. Guys, not too many guys are walking around wearing foundation, and they definitely aren't wearing eyeshadow. So they're right. The beard and the hats and all of that is definitely their man makeup. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Yeah.
comma, but if you're walking around here talking about some you want a real woman and you don't like that makeup, you just I'm just I'm just saying. But that kind of goes
You
both
gotta be
ways.
real too.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
if you have a cone head, let me see it up front,
Yeah.
sir.
Right. See,
If you
like on
look,
the show, my face is always beat. I always wear makeup on the show. My hair is always looking good.
mhm,
However, if you follow me on social media, I regularly post natural photos. So you know what I look
mhm,
like. In fact, live online last night after doing a dance practice because I am a choreographer and
mhm.
I was hot, sweaty, and all that stuff. Let people see me in the raw. I don't care. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
your
I
preference. But, anybody hiding? I'm not hiding, right?
I I'm with you on that. I've taken after gym workout selfies, running on the track, um, looking crazy after I done ran with the wind blowing. I've taken those. I took a I'm tired as hell because I had a 6 a.m. hair appointment selfie just this morning. Not a drop of makeup on me. And I think my sleepy eye was looking a little low. I don't know.
Are you
I
starting stuff tonight? He said, kiss someone
oh
ass.
oh
If he looks like his
ah
profile pic.
God.
Y'all
I know
being
who
mean
this is.
tonight, huh?
Oh my God, I think I know who this is. Oh my God.
Well,
Katina has a point.
online dating is like saying you don't.
That's a valid
Yeah,
point.
there's a point for that. However, I feel like there is a way to do some type of virtual courtship.
Hmm.
Um, he does. I'm sitting with him right now. You sitting with who? Andre?
Well, I don't see that comment.
Andre says, I got a beard now, though. Look, y'all moving too fast, so I'm not posting all your comments. I'm just tell you. You got a beard now, though.
um, to cont-
It's your,
to
it's your
your point, there is some ways with online courting. I guess you could do like virtual dates where you have Zoom or FaceTime or Google Duo and you guys can talk and or do a watch party where you're both streaming a movie at the same time. That is possible. You can do that.
Mhm.
However, I still think that it's important to be out with someone in real life environment. It's important to see
Mm,
how the person you're considering dating acts at a restaurant. Are they going to extend grace to a waitress or a waiter
yeah,
that's kind of messing up or overwhelmed? Or are they going to be a jerk? Are they going to respond in situations
yeah,
where maybe one of the two of you is approached by someone who's maybe acting a little ignorant? How do they handle
mm,
how do they handle things that aren't like that aren't normal? Like most people go on dates to dinner, movies, maybe a beer cave if that's what they want. But how would they respond if you took them to a soap making class and it's something different and it's not in their element? I think that's important too. The
yeah.
online dating has its benefits, but I feel like eventually you have to go offline. You have to be around each other to see if one, the connection is real,
I
and two, if
agree
you
with
guys are
that.
compatible.
Yeah. Mr. Smith, I don't really understand your statement. You said I feel online dating can work if you know your worth and never settle. I feel
Hmm.
like that's not targeted towards online dating. I feel it's just dating in general. That's
I can
my
agree with
personal
that.
opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. So, so I'm gonna tell you this. First of all, I want you to know online dating is not my thing. Um, I really didn't care about dating in the first place, and let me explain why. So I'm a performer. I go out sing. I do my thing. I meet a lot of people, and they're not
Hmm.
all very nice people. So
Hmm.
it, I was just kind of turned off by the whole dating scene altogether for a while. But I like to research and experiment. So I went on Plenty of Fish.
Uh-oh.
It's like it's good and it's bad at the same time. The bad part was out for the alerts, and the alerts, it was dinging every 20 seconds, and I was so agitated by it. I'm like, I am at work, and my phone is just going
Mhm.
ding, ding, ding. And then there was a bunch of ignorance. And then um what's funny is while I was trying to get rid of my profile, one of the people that I had previously reached out to that I forgot I reached out to, he was trying to figure out how to delete his too. He was like, "You know how to get rid of this?" No, I'm trying to do the same thing. And guess who I ended up marrying? So
Gonna say that guy.
it can, it can work sometimes. It can work sometimes.
And that's
So
not to
what
say
you mean?
that uh-oh. Most aren't with me though.
Always straight up and down when I meet. Most aren't with me though.
I feel like that's the look of the draw.
I don't know
And
first time.
yeah, I think that's the look of the draw. Some people are going to be honest and upfront about who they are and what they want. And some people are going to give you their representative for 3 months or 9 years. Like, you never know.
Mm. I agree, but the standard is so low right now until your word has
Ooh.
no value. And pick out the date just for the meal for fishing for one night thing.
Well, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. She is
There are a
not
couple
wrong.
dudes.
I'm I,
There's
okay. I have another
this
story
is
to why I say
true.
she's not wrong, and I have story time
Oh,
for that.
story,
Okay,
story,
so I downloaded the app Hinge, and this was after me just saying that all online dating apps were the devil. I was telling my friends, get off of those dating apps. They are nothing but the devil. They mean you no good. And I saw my
Hmm.
friends talking about the guys that are coming across their profiles, and I saw some heat. I saw some fire on there. So I downloaded the Hinge app, and I want to say maybe like the first or second day that I had the app, I matched with a guy. Nice looking, had a nice career, great personality and sense of humor. You know, I felt like we vibed. We went on, the first day was a coffee date. Everything was great. Everything was vibed. We were happy to see each other again. We went on the second date. I thought everything went
Okay.
well, but
Mm-hmm.
he was trying to have sex. And obviously, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. And after that,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear from him anymore. I got a text about a family member passing
Oh,
away, and then that was all she wrote. So I definitely
dang.
do think that a
Okay.
lot of, probably not as much as it used to be, but I do think that there are some people that use online dating apps basically as a hookup site, i.e.
Mm-hmm.
Tinder.
Yeah. So, this comment, Miss Perry, I gotta say, sometimes it's with the go best friend, because if
That's my best
you
friend.
click romantically, then yay, great. Oh, that's your best friend, huh? Okay.
That's my best friend.
Um. So, she might be saying go best friend. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna speak on it anyway because a lot of people like to think, they'll be like, you know what? Why didn't we ever get together? It's not that I'm not attracted to you. We've been friends for a long time, and blah 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 blah. But once you cross that line, it's a different relationship, and then it's like,
Agreed.
oops, uh, now we're
Mm-hmm.
not friends anymore. I
And once you take
didn't
that
see
genie
that
out the
part.
bottle, you can't put that genie back once you take it out the bottle. You can try, but
No.
that friendship's not going to be the same. Things that you thought were funny or cute, they're going to annoy you. You're going to get irritated by the way that they breathe sometimes. And if the best friend has um a girlfriend or a boyfriend, depending on who it is, that significant other may not want you around anymore because you two used to date. And that can
And
cause tension in the friendship.
this true. If I can be completely transparent, yes, I did dismiss one of my husband's ex-friends because they used to date. And she thought she had privileges, and I was like, no, you don't.
See?
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm cool with friends if you know your place and whatever. But the moment you say no, you understand we're this and we're that, dismiss, block.
Nah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
goodbye.
that's not the way to
Yeah,
do it. That's not the way. I have
no,
actually I have a couple of friends that are really, really good friends that are guys. And every time they dated someone, I felt like they were serious. I was super excited to meet her. Like I was just happy for my friends because I wanted my guy friends to find love. So I didn't have to fuss over him anymore because I felt like a mama
right.
bear. And I was just happy that they found somebody. But
He's
to
your
that
mama
same
bear.
point, I never dated them though. The one good guy friend that I did
Mhm.
date, I don't know what he was telling the girl that came after me, but she hated my guts. And I was like, ma'am, I don't even know you. I've never had a chance to meet you. I've never asked to meet. I'm just happy he found somebody. You don't have to hate me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah,
What
what you mean?
like I just I don't I to this day I do not know what conversations they had for that individual to not like me. I'm pretty sure to this day she still hates my guts. And I don't even speak to the guy anymore. I haven't spoken to him in 10 years.
Well,
I don't
there
know.
you go. Like you said, you did. So, how good of a friend was he if he was talking junk? Man.
Not that good.
Anyway, right, and I have to say about that. Um, so let's talk safety for a second.
Oh,
So we've talked about
yeah.
cat, right? Now, I have a cousin. I will not name my cousin,
Mhm.
but I have a cousin that I feel like she has a pretty good system. Is it foolproof? I feel like nothing is foolproof. But first of all, she does her personal. First, there's a meeting and hangouts to make sure this person is the same person on the picture. If she likes enough to go to that step,
Mhm.
then you guys have conversation for a while. Then you're like, okay, now I'm going to allow you to have my phone number. Okay,
Mhm.
they talk for a while, whatever. Okay, now we can meet up. Separate cars though, public place.
Mhm.
Then I get to see how you act. Then I get to learn some things. And I have heard some
Mhm.
stories. Oh my gosh. So I feel like, that's a good, safe fish way to go. Because I feel like there's no foolproof way to go. Do you think there are holes in that approach? Or what do you think about that approach in dealing with safety? Because you're not meeting them all. You don't know what these people are. Even if you were meeting them in public, you don't know these people. How do you feel about the safety side of the whole dating thing?
I As far as your cousin's plan, I there's nothing wrong with her plan. Her philosophy, I think, is very sound. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna go through all those
Hmm.
steps. It sounds a little pretentious for me, but then again, I'm the type of person that carries mace with me everywhere I go. So there's that. If you want to have, your set system on meeting a person, I like the idea of video chats. I like
Hmm.
those a lot actually, because it does allow you to see the person before you see the person. Um, as far as on the
Right.
first date, meeting in a public place, separate
Takes that.
cars, that is my mantra. Do not ask to come pick me up
Hmm.
on the first date. The answer will always be no, always. And as a matter of fact, I'll probably look at you
Hmm.
funny because you asked. Like, don't ask to come to my house to pick me up on the first date. No, because what happens if you're crazy or I'm not crazy? Now you know where I live. That's a problem. It is definitely a problem. I do have
Yeah.
friends.
Real.
Now, I will go out on a date in a public place. My preference is daytime, lunch or brunch for first dates. I will carry my
Mm.
mace with me. And depending on how overprotective my friends are being, I may tell them the location. I don't always tell them the exact location because I have friends that'll pull up.
Mm.
But I do have friends that, if it's a first date, one of the other friends they'll drop the lady on the date off, and
Mm.
they'll hang around like incognito, like for the date to see, just in case anything goes left, they can bail them out real quick. They do that. Now, me personally, I don't really do all that because
Wow.
I scream very, very loudly, and I'm really good at causing scenes if need be. Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. All the way. I'm such a fan of ID channel. Investigation discovery is proof. You understand? I agree with you. Yes, thank you very much for that.
ID ID channel is why we have gun cars. I carry mace with me, and I have a bat right by my bedroom door. Thanks to the ID channel.
Thank you, ID channel. Thank you for the warning.
Like
I appreciate you.
if I wasn't so sure that I could catch a charge for carrying a knife with me here in Illinois, I would probably carry a knife on me too. But as it stands, I have mace. Depending on where I go, I have a lock on a keychain. Like, I have weapons just in case something goes crazy.
Yeah. So with the knife thing, technically, yeah, for real, crazy folks. Yes.
See?
I actually have active restraining orders myself. So yeah, people are crazy. Um, the knife thing, you can carry a knife, but it can't be real long. I do not know the exact length for Illinois.
I'm not trying to
Uh-oh,
find
okay,
out the hard
what
way.
you
I just can we rewind back to the restraining
you can
order?
carry like if the blade is like this big though, it can still do
Uh-uh.
damage. Okay, is all I'm saying. It can still do damage. This big, you can carry that knife.
Okay.
Why do I know? Don't worry about that.
I mean,
No.
I'm okay. Look, I'm about to go knife shopping tomorrow. You done helped me out. I was worried about catching a charge, so I just said, let me get rid of all my knives. Let me just get this gun card and carry this mace.
They just don't carry it around butcher knives.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. Yep.
little,
Yep.
little blades. Yeah, they're allowed to carry those.
Let me go ahead and get some camouflage knives. Yeah.
I have a feeling that some of these people over here in the chat are your people, and they
A
are
lot of them
hilarious.
are
So I just
a
want to say,
lot of them are my people. I'm
so
sure.
thank
I've
you for
seen.
joining us. Y'all cracking me up very much.
And I am very happy that I cannot see all of the comments. I'm very happy I can't see them all because I am sure that I would not be able to focus. I'm 100%
Oh, that's
sure I
a
wouldn't
good
be.
idea. Harry, thank you for
I do
that
that too. I do that
idea.
too.
Thank you for your
I
biggest.
do that.
That's
I
a
actually
good
do
idea.
that.
Look at us.
If I'm walking, let's say I'm walking down the
People.
street. If I'm walking down the street, like, and it's nighttime, and I feel like
Mm.
maybe somebody's behind me, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen, I'll take before I had the mace, I would take my key and put it between my fingers. I would, and I used to actually carry around box cutters too. I don't do that so much anymore because I realized people thought I was crazy when I did that. So I
So
stopped carrying
now
around the
all of you
box
that are
cutters.
listening, you know that now you know how armed and dangerous. Just saying, don't try us. So
Man,
yes,
I'm
thanks Sarah,
cute,
for that.
but I can defend myself.
Um,
I'm just saying.
I know it's right. Now let me ask you about something. So changing a little bit. I know we having fun, but putting on my serious face. Okay. Now, in regards to dealing with the dating, I have heard people complain about them and say they are discriminatory. because if you put down certain attributes about yourself, then people won't give you a chance to present yourself. Um, yeah. So my view on that is, okay, so if I'm going on the dating site and you're given all your options, you want between this age and this age, you want them between this height and this height, or you want them to be this race or whatever, it depends on the site. Is that a bad thing? Do you view it as discriminatory, or do you just see that as these are the options that I prefer?
It's the options that you prefer. Like, these are my preferences, and if I have the options to
Okay.
fine tune things to where I get more of my preferences put in front of me, why wouldn't I take advantage of that? Like, I understand a person could be a great
Mhm.
person, but if you're not part of my preference, there's a chance we may not necessarily mesh well, despite the fact that you're a great person. And then you might feel frustrated because, oh, well, if he or she knew that they didn't really want to mess with me like that, why would they even click the match button or the like button or whatever option you have on whatever site? So I'm okay with all those purposes because it allows
Mhm.
you to not waste anyone's time and have someone not waste your time or mitigate that as much as possible.
Mhm. I agree. I agree. I will say I 95% agree. Let me explain why. So, for instance, I have more male friends than female friends, or let me say past tense. I've had male friends and female friends. I say that because I had to dismiss a lot of them after I got married. They were not happy. So
Mm.
that being said, I've heard them say, you know, I don't mess with these kind of girls, or I like my girls thick, or girls thin, or I like, whatever, 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 right? Now, if I were to set my profile up on a dating app or whatever, I'm not, what do they have? They have, like, I'm trying to remember, slim, athletic, average. I don't know what the other word is they use to, I think BBW, something
Uh-huh.
like that. So, um, here's the thing. I I'm putting myself, and people say that they prefer athletic or slim. Now these people, now I'll remind everybody what I look like. Okay? I am a thickums, absolutely. This is me today. Okay, took this picture earlier. Um, I'm thickums. So when I found out that a particular girl that I was talking to was actually attracted to me, I'm like, well, didn't you say that, when you go on these apps, you're looking for this, 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 and this? Well, there's always exceptions to the rule. Well, if there's always a to the rule, what's the point of selecting all these options if your real one might be, not quite selections that you chose? You following what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a fair point, but yeah, nah. If I like what I like,
Yeah.
and there are exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions to the rule. There are, but you like what you like, and like I have a preference. Like, I prefer darker skinned men. I think darker skinned men, with goatees and maybe a baldy, I think that is very attractive. I think that's very sexy.
Mm-hmm.
However, there has been more often than not where I've dated a guy that was very, very, very fair complected, not have a very complexion, complected, very fair complected, probably
Complected.
barely
Okay.
had facial hair, and he rocked the Caesar, and we
Mm-hmm.
we got along fine, and we had a good time until we didn't have a good time. But there's always going to be exceptions to the rule, and not to say it this way, but for lack of a better phrase, some people are always going to slip through the cracks. Does that mean that I'm going to just leave everything open to everybody on these purposes? Absolutely not. I still like what I like. But if you slide on up in there, not being what I like,
Right.
then hey, well, guess what? You here now. You are here. Let's rock this thing out till we can't rock it
Right. Miss
anymore.
Perry, I would like you to clarify what you Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I want her to clarify what she's saying because she says you can have standard, but you have, I think you're saying you have to be reasonable. There's difference between standard and preference.
I,
I
we,
want you to clarify on
know,
that because what is the difference between
I think
standard
I
and preference?
know what she's getting at because we've had this conversation a lot. And she's normally telling me, Kay, you have to be flexible. You can't just shout out everybody that doesn't fit all the box on the list. And I don't do that. I just like what I like. And if I'm going off of
Mhm.
a glance on an app, I don't really have the opportunity to talk to you. And I don't have the opportunity to get a feel for you just looking at your picture and your stats on the application. So it's possible that a great person could be getting passed by because they don't meet I guess, the shallow physical boxes that we all have as individuals. And I get it. You have your standards, you have your preferences. I guess don't make the standards too high or make them too high. Just be prepared to be alone for a while. I really don't know. All I know is if we're
Mhm.
basing it off online dating and we're basing it off an app or a website, there's really only so much you have to go on before you
Right.
make a decision to either swipe left, swipe right, click yes, or click no. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, the parameters you're basing it off of are very
Yeah.
shallow.
Yeah. Yeah. This is reminding me of, I don't know how deep you get into comedy, but I'm always looking for something to make me laugh, especially with all the crazy stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a comedy special that was done some years, sorry. And he was like, because he had a friend that found his wife through a dating app. And he's like, well, what kind of things that you put into the app to help you find that special someone, because it's amazing. You found the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with. What did you put in? Jewish and my zip code. And so the the illustration that he was giving in this comedy special, he said, if you could just imagine like going into a club or going into a bar or something and saying, okay, I just want, let's just go with his illustration. I just want Jewish so that erases everybody else, wipes out the bar or the club or whatever. I prefer dark hair. I prefer 6'1". I prefer, making these preferences. That's what dating online is like. You're in
Mm-hmm.
this group of people, you're in this big environment, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay, now we're talking. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like since we can all put in whatever it is that we want to put in, what's the way to go about dating online? What do you think?
I mean, you're talking to a person that is usually against dating online. So I would say there really is no point. But in these days and these times where meeting someone outside could be risky, like very risky in COVID times, these are the tools
Mm-hmm.
that we have available. This is what we
Right.
got.
Yes. Oh, and I just want to make a disclaimer because I've been told that it looks weird that I never look into the camera. I just want to explain to you guys, I am monitoring everything myself. Okay. I am my production team while the show is going on. So I'm looking at the comments and everything. So saying, continue.
Oh, that was it. That was all.
So, I mean, yeah,
Thank you, Jen.
I do think, okay. It I do think that online dating can be very, very dangerous.
It can.
Doing it in person can be dangerous. Um, I've had very horrific situations happen with me. Not even officially dating. you know, I was just hanging out at a place I was invited to. We end up in a situation where we're and stuff went down that shouldn't have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think should be some like safe practices that are on the dating scene right now? Because of course, yes, we're concerned about goodness. Okay, so I'm going to ask this question because
Okay.
I've actually heard people doing this in regards to STDs. Some people that decide that they're going to go to the next level with somebody, they
Okay.
require a test to be taken.
Nothing wrong with that.
I've heard this. I haven't done it myself, but they're like, I want proof. Let's go get tested. I'm gonna get tested. You get tested. Then we can present papers and say, I don't have these STDs. I don't have these STDs. Is it fair? The same for COVID in this particular time?
Honestly, I think that's kind of fair.
What do you think?
I think it's kind of fair. I mean, if you're really concerned about catching COVID and you say, hey, let's go get a COVID test, I mean, if that's going to make you feel comfortable getting close to that person or at least closer than 6 feet to that person, I think that's fair. But you also have to be prepared for people to look at you and tell you, hell no, my insurance don't cover COVID tests or the copay is high or something like that. So you can ask for a COVID test. There's nothing wrong with that, but some
Yeah,
people may tell you hell no. Or just tell you if you're that
this
worried
is true.
about catching COVID, stay in the house. That's a possibility, but you are well within your rights to ask.
Somebody's asking me personal questions. Okay,
I,
Andre.
I
I
see.
know you know me, semi know me. How did I meet my husband? Well, as I said before, it was on a dating site. I was on the dating site purely for research because I friends with somebody on Facebook who has his own dating app. His app is paid. And there were a lot of different complaints and things like that. So I wanted to see, okay, well, if I try out, so I go on Plenty of Fish. Plenty of Fish. They were not like people on this dang app. And I'm just like, why did I do this? But I did go on a couple of dates just to see, the whole experience or whatever. I'm not expecting to find anybody special on this app.
Mm-hmm.
Research purposes. And man, I found some really crazy characters on there.
Mm-hmm.
Bold. My now husband was on there, and I don't want to say his name because I did not get his permission to do so. So it's like, I'm really just trying to figure out how to delete my profile. Can you tell me how to delete my profile? One of the ones that I don't remember what the options were, but I just kind of like click, maybe I'd like to talk to him, whatever, right? Only because there was like nothing there on his profile. It was like picture and a sentence of something. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
you seem like you might be a guy, but just don't know how to use today's things, you know? Like you don't
Mhm.
know what you're doing. So like, okay. Um, so we talked a little bit and yeah, we learned together and I was like, I figured it out. I figured out how to get rid of the profile or whatever. But before that happened, we did exchange numbers because we had some conversation back and forth. It seemed like we had the same values and everything. And we spoke to the phone. Oh, spoke to the phone. We spoke on the phone for I think 2 weeks before we decided we were going to meet in person. We met in person. So first of all, I'm gonna say we are both Christians. We believe in God. So I'm just saying that because of the statement that he made when we met up. So we met, we talked, sat down. We were like by the lake and everything, in
Mhm.
Chicago. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna be my wife. I laughed in
Oh,
his face because I had a series of bad relationships. And I'm like, that's
fair
cute. It's
reaction.
adorable. Because I'm not marrying you at least for another 5 years. Because I had previously been married too. And then I had bad relationships after that. And
Mhm.
then he's like, no, we're going to be married. In fact, we're going to be married by. So let's see. August, we meet in person. His birthday is in March. We married on Valentine's Day. Do your
I'm
own
sorry.
math.
Wait,
Um,
wait, wait. Hold on. Y'all got married 6 months after y'all met? Ooh, child, there is hope out there for the rest of us yet. Whew.
yes.
I'm gonna need my husband. I'm gonna need my husband to give me like a year though. Let me
Yeah.
just get a year.
Yeah.
Whew.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I told him I need 5. I was like, I need 5 years. You don't know what you're talking about. But when you know what you know,
Yeah.
I guess you don't know what's gonna happen.
And he knew what
We
he
got
knew.
married. We- I already had kids. He already had kids. So I was wondering how that dynamic was gonna go, flowing nicely. His love me, mine love him.
Oh,
So everything is everything.
a regular old Brady bunch.
So no, for real, we are the Brady Bunch. I told you before. There's like 7 kids between us, and like 4 grandkids. Help me, Jesus! But
Who
I'm only
child?
35.
Who child?
Okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, yeah, it was, and I'm happy that God put us together, and so it can
Mhm.
be okay. How long have I been married? So we've been together for 3 years. We've been married for 2.5. So that's how long we've been together. We I think one of the things that is important is that we complement each other.
Mm.
So, not the same person. I'm very different than he does. That we work in industries. We just did not grow up the same at all,
Okay.
but our values are the same. We connect, you know, mentally, spiritually, physically, we connect. So, it's like we teach each other, we educate each other. We just compliment each other. And he has that description that you earlier, that dark, bald, handsome.
I'm
I
just
like big people.
saying.
Uh,
Come on with the milk dud. Come
man,
on with the milk dud.
yes,
Just saying.
Jesus.
Just
Uh,
saying.
so that reminds me, how people be like, light skinned brothers are back, and like like colors come in and out of style or something. I think that's hilarious.
I
Thank you,
I'm just
Latanya. I like that.
I just feel that when it comes to the Black diaspora, all of the different shades and colors, if you will, are beautiful. I think Black people are just beautiful, period. They can be as
I
light
agree.
as a light bulb or as blue black as midnight. They still beautiful and don't have a pretty smile. Oh, what?
Girl. Uh-oh. What? Okay. Don't you
I'm
smile at
just
me like
saying,
that.
and then you mess around and have a little dimple too. Watch out, sir. Watch out. I'm just saying.
Yes, honey. I
Hmm.
know. Yeah, I'm the same way. My husband did ask me. He's like, I'm to get wondering, like, do you have a type? I had to tell him, I was like, baby, I love all colors of the rainbow. I don't care what you are, black, white,
Hmm.
brown, yellow. It's whatever's whatever. It's more about your
Hmm.
personality, what you got going on up here. Because I'm just telling you, if we cannot connect, if we can't have conversation,
Agreed.
it's not gonna be okay. I'm gonna be like, you help me, stimulate me mentally. And I'm gonna say this, and this may not be for all women, but I'm gonna say for the most part, I would say that women like to be mentally stimulated.
I can agree with
Men
that.
do too, but I say even more. Yeah, women are just like, if you can't mentally stimulate them, you got their attention for like, about that long.
I can agree.
It's like you
I
cute,
can
pretty
I can
face,
100% agree with that.
bored.
Because I've experienced both.
Yeah.
I experienced conversing and talking with someone, and they the conversation was so good and they were so intelligent that I was blown away. I was just like, wow, this guy is amazing. And then on the flip side, beautiful looking specimen of a man. And I'm not doubting that he was a smart guy, but it was just the way that he talked. I was just like, oh, you cute though. You cute. But oh, that was
Like,
it wasn't really much to keep me there mentally. Like I felt like
yeah.
we couldn't have an exchange of ideals. That's how I felt. So
Somebody messing with you in the
I
comments.
I can't see anything. I cannot see the. Oh, is that Jason?
They said, what happened to you drinking out of the styrofoam sippy cup?
Well, for the individual that is
Posted it
asking about
twice.
the sippy cup,
I saw it.
well, I don't know who JP is, but JP,
We
whoever
talked
you are,
about
you
it
are
today.
hilarious. But JP, whoever you are, the reason why you see a wine glass in one hand and water in another is because I don't want to get drunk on this show. So I am getting my sip when
Thank
I
you.
need some libation. And then I am cleansing my palate and hydrating my system with the water. Because it would not be a very good thing if I got sloppy drunk on this show. Probably would not go very well for me.
No, no, that's no bueno. What do you mean, Andre? So, what's your plan going forward? How are you planning to share your smile and dimples? What's the move? I
Is
do not
Andre trying to
understand
low
the
key put
question.
this
I
shit
clarify.
out? Andre, you trying to shoot your shot on the low? Tell the truth.
You
You
said
trying to shoot your shot on the low? He
I
trying to
said
find out how he can slide in
married. I
the
hope
DMs.
not.
That's what that is. Andre, like, yeah, boo, you cute. I like your style. Your husband keep you happy.
No, gosh, you know how many times I've heard that.
Oh, that happened.
I'm married. You happy?
Oh.
What happened?
I know he don't make you smile all the time. You can't smile 24 hours in a day, boo. I know he don't keep you happy
Who
all the
does?
time. Mm, mm, mm.
Who does?
Oh my goodness. Mm, mm, mm,
Well,
mm.
Andre, I will continue to share my smiles and dimples on this show and perform. That is when you will see them. I'm looking out for D. Smith. He was asking,
Huh?
why? I ain't posting. Um,
Wait,
I'm
what?
confused. He's flirting with me on this show. Um,
Hey, hey.
so look, Asia Jamal, Jamal maiden name, Rogers married name. Just making it clear. Okay. Um, we've had such a
Uh-huh.
good old time that we have talked the entire hour.
We have.
So yeah, I told y'all we was gonna have fun.
You did.
Okay, JP.
J- JP. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I did not know my people were going to cut up like this. I did not know that my people were going to show up and show out like this. However, I love each and every last one of you because you guys in this comment section have made things very interesting.
Thank you
Mm-mm-mm.
guys. This is the most entertaining episode I've had so far. You guys make me laugh so hard. Thank you so much.
Mm-mm-mm.
Thank
I love
you
y'all, but
so much.
I'm
So
gonna
we
get
are going to
silly, you
wrap up
guys.
this. We, we're going to wrap this up. We can't be on here all night. So, is it really you didn't know a little bit?
Oh gosh.
I'm about to be a regular on the show now. Good. While we talk, since I see that you're on here from YouTube and you've gone ahead and follow. Yes, you want to follow me? That's what I need you to do. Okay, everybody watching from YouTube, which I see all of you are doing. This is what I have to say to you. Okay,
Subscribe.
follow and subscribe. 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 Hit the button. One more time. Subscribe. Hit
And
that
click the bell so you
button.
get all of the notifications, people. Click the bell too.
Yes, please. Because I'm here every Friday. Every every Friday night. I am right here. Whether I'm sick or not, I'm actually right here. My crazy butt came on here with COVID and still did the show. I will do the show every Friday night.
Mm,
Understand?
mm,
Okay.
mm,
Go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kay. I knew I was gonna have fun with you on the show. You
Thank
guys,
you.
I never met her before this. Okay, I didn't know. So I feel like
You
we could be best
guys,
friends after this.
you
Thank you
guys,
so much.
y'all just don't know. She hopped in my DMs like a dude. Hey, you want to be on my show? What? What? Um, let me take a look at it. Okay, I'll be there.
Okay, so let's understand. Okay, when I go after people for my show, I research. I research people. I went through everything. Yes, I did. I looked through the page,
Oh,
see what kind of personality was going on. I was like, she would be perfect for this show. Very opinionated. Yes, she's the
wow.
one. She's the one. So yes, you never know. I might pick one of you to be on the show.
Yeah, so I can come and cut up in y'all comment section.
So we shall see.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
So Uh, oh, someone says you're amazing. Oh, Miss
oh,
Perry, you're so
go,
nice and
go,
sweet.
best friend. That's my best friend. Oh, I'm gonna call you when we get off of here. So answer your phone.
Andre, you want to?
Oh
You
yeah.
hit me up because we're friends on Facebook. I know that name. Hit me up and you tell me what you want to talk about, and maybe you'll be on the show. We'll see.
I think that
So
is a good idea.
until next, you said you got a good idea. I'm scared. Um, till next time. Again, as I said, Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys don't want to go on Facebook, you do it through YouTube. You can go to my site. See, I've had all of my social media stuff rolled on the bottom. You can go to hjamal.com and you can go under events and you will find my shows. I have some very interesting shows coming up soon. So your seatbelts is about to get real. Till next time. Good night. Remember
Night,
to appreciate
everybody.
God's perfect design, which is you.
Yes.
Good night. This was so fun.